coming up on this edition of Southwest TV News. Swift Current City RCMP are asking for your assistance in locating 3 male suspects who assaulted a local male and female after a road rage incident on April 15th in Swift Current.
We've been involved with the city probably for over 40 years. We have a great working relationship with them, and representing the medals there, it shows us our commitment to the community.
Chamber board members recently took a road trip out to Bloomnort, 20 minutes south of Swift Current, to host their monthly on-tap mixer and welcome guests to the host venue, the Garden of Eden Greenhouse and Gifts. Thanks for joining us here today. A recent case of road rage is now under investigation by the Swift Current RCMP. We have more in today's top story. Swift Current City RCMP are asking for your assistance in locating 3 male suspects who assaulted a local male and female after a road rage incident on April 15th in Swift Current. The suspects cut the victims off on the roadway, smashed out their window, and assaulted both of them, then drove off in a blue car. And as seen in these photos provided by an RCMP sketch artist, the first suspect is described as being in his early to mid-20s, between 6 feet and 6'4" in height, weighing approximately 250 pounds with blue eyes and shaggy blonde hair. The second suspect is described in his early to mid-20s, 6 feet tall, 140 to 150 pounds with dirty brown hair and a darker complexion. And suspect number 3 is described as a male in the age range of 40 to 50, approximately 5'7", with brown eyes, brown hair, darker complexion, wearing glasses. If you have any information on this incident or the suspects involved, you're asked to contact the Swift Current Municipal RCMP or Saskatchewan Crime Stoppers. With only a few months away now until the 2019 Western Canada Summer Games here in Swift Current, another sponsor has come on board. The spotlight will be on Swift Current August 9th through the 18th as the Southwest Saskatchewan community hosts the 2019 Western Canada Summer Games. And with the event now only a few months away, work continues behind the scenes to finalize last-minute details. One of those areas is securing sponsors, and Mobile Paving Limited is the latest to join the momentum of the Games as a sponsor of the medals. Designed by local resident Brandon Weeb, 605 medals each in gold, silver, and bronze will be awarded to athletes and coaches. A high-profile event, which Mobile Paving is pleased to support through its donation of $25,000.
We've been involved with the city probably for over 40 years. We have a great working relationship with them, and representing the medals there, it shows us our commitment to the community.
And we understand from the local community that's a big deal. And we appreciate Mobile Paving coming on board, like I say, and being a part of that. With that, they will be a part of every medal ceremony that takes place throughout the Games. And this is a broad-reaching thing, right? I mean, there's 16 different sports, 21 different venues. There'll be medal ceremonies every day, roughly. I'm not sure the exact schedule, but obviously for the athletes receiving the medals, that's what they come to Swift Current Southwest Saskatchewan for. And Mobile Paving will be connected to every single one of those.
And now with another sponsor on board for the Games, the host committee says it's on track with its overall funding goal.
We're roughly at 50% of our goal of what we want to raise through private sponsorship. So 100 days out roughly, this is common that a lot of the groundwork we've been laying the last year, 2 years, 6 months especially, we're following up with those sponsorship partners again, and it seems the closer we get to the Games, the closer or the more that we're closing in a way that the investment partners want to come on board, and the sponsors will be there for the Games.
Over 1,700 athletes from across Western Canada will be competing in 16 sports during the 2019 Western Canada Summer Games in Swift Current.
Hi, my name's Nancy Lowry. I'm an oil painter from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I primarily concentrate in landscape painting, and I'm represented by Art Placement Art Gallery in Saskatoon. Mostly I work with oil. When I'm outside, I work with oil. In the winter, I do a lot of small studies in watercolor for my car because it's too cold to work outside. And I draw a lot. I'm constantly sketching. I just have a sketchbook in my pocket all the time for little studies. So sometimes I'll riff off one of those. And in my studio, I often paint very small, little 5x6 paintings. And those ones, I can do up to 10 of them in a day sometimes. And sometimes I'll continue to go back to one for 6 months and not finish it. Like, it's kind of this back and forth process. Color is a huge influence on my work. A lot of old abstract painters are huge influences on my work, and also a lot of landscape painters. And I read a lot, and I think a lot about just like dream psychology and mind spaces and different things. I do paint outside a lot, but when you're painting outside, you don't have control over like the wind, the changing of the light, the bugs, how much time you spend if a sudden storm runs in or whatever. So you have to roll with it, right? So like a lot of my things are rolling with it. Idea of many trails to me or many paths just feeds like, there's so many choices you can make in art making, and it's kind of like an endless inspiration that you can have. One thing I love about the landscape too is that trees are all so different and clouds are also different. They're constantly changing. So even if you do kind of make a mistake, you can almost like look 2 degrees to the left and find that exact branch on another tree and be like, okay, I'm just gonna maneuver that way. And I often do that. Well, I like to play with depth, and like obviously a painting is a 2-dimensional surface mostly, like depending on thickness, of course but I like to see what you can push and pull with. And I always really want to work with the edges too. Like I don't want something just like a central thing in the canvas usually. I want to bring it all around. And that one I definitely did while I was in a deep woods. And so some of the things that I was trying to capture are way back there, and some of them are right close to you. So I'm always questioning and trying different ways, and I'm looking at how other artists tackle that same question. For me, the big jump when I connected with Art Placement, the commercial gallery, was, for one thing, it was very validating. I had known that gallery since I was a child, and the people that have run that gallery are artists that I looked up to. They have work in this show. It validates you to collectors. It puts you to a new audience. They've sold work to mine to different private collections and things that I would never have had access to. Having a validating gallery that is reputed, which like both Slate and Art Placement are outside of the province. Like if you tell someone in another gallery in Toronto or Vancouver or something, that's where you show, you're already accredited to some degree.
The Swift Current Chamber of Commerce is looking to expand its membership, and it's reaching out to rural businesses. As the Swift Current and District Chamber of Commerce hopes to increase its overall membership in the coming year, the board is making an effort to attract businesses from the surrounding area. Chamber board members recently took a road trip out to Bloomnorth, 20 minutes south of Swift Current, to host their monthly on-tap mixer and welcome guests to the host venue, the Garden of Eden Greenhouse and Gifts, a hidden treasure for gardening enthusiasts, offering over 300 species of plants, including flowers and vegetables, along with trees, shrubs, and more. Sandra Wernicke co-owns the business with her husband Randy and says the greenhouse originally opened in 2012 in Cabri before relocating to Bloomnorth in 2017, where the business concept expanded from a greenhouse to a gift shop and a variety of classes.
I also own a chalk paint company, which I purchased from 2 ladies that originally started it in Saskatoon. And they discontinued their business, and I asked them if they would sell it to me, and they did. So we also manufacture chalk paint here, and we do classes, and we do a lot of classes with the chalk painting in the fall. And some of the ladies that are here today doing some of our classes are also using our chalk paint in their classes too. It's a great product for refurbishing furniture or doing crafts or anything like that.
She further adds that they not only sell the gardening products, but also pass along useful knowledge of soil and plant food required to give you the best possible results in your own garden or flower bed. A trend which continues through the summer and into the fall and Christmas season, covering your floral and decorating needs for all occasions.
By the end of October, we close up for a couple weeks and then we decorate the whole greenhouse, take everything down and redecorate for Christmas. And then we're open until the 22nd of December. We bring in live premium poinsettias from BC. We have all kinds of Christmas giftware, themed trees. I do I custom build outdoor holiday planters. We have all the materials, the greenery, the craft supplies.
And as a member of the Swift Current and District Chamber of Commerce for the past 2 years, Wernicke sees great benefits of the organization.
When you make the effort to be part of the chamber, it shows that you care about your business, that you believe that your business has quality products, that you're providing a good service. And people can go onto their website and they can look at the businesses and they say, oh, there's a greenhouse on here. We got to go check that out. The events like these are great because it brings people out that have never been here before. They get to see what we're doing. I've had so many people still coming in, even after a year, saying, we didn't even know you were out here. And this is what we're trying to do, is just get awareness up.
Positive comments, which Chamber Board Chair Karen Richmond is glad to hear, and hopes will set a trend in bringing more rural businesses on board as members.
Well, in the last 4 years since I've been on the Chamber, my focus has been on growth of membership, retention and growth. And I think we've done a really good job of that so far. But there are a lot of rural businesses in the RM surrounding Swift Current that don't have access to things like the Chamber Plan, that don't have access to the support and the networking, other than the community. So I think that it's a way to grow the Chamber and provide good service for our rural businesses. And they are such a vital part of our economy.
More information on the Garden of Eden Greenhouse and Gifts and the Swift Current and District Chamber of Commerce are all available online. Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at southwesttvnews.com. And be sure to follow us on a range of social media. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.